The guard has to open on your terms. The guard has to open on your terms, okay? You have a place where you live, right? You have a front door, right? Yeah. Who opens that front door? You or the one knocking on that door? It's you, right? Okay. The guard, the closed guard, is your front door. You have to open it on your terms. Why? Because you will dictate what happens from there on out, okay? Somebody comes to your front door, and they're not going, hey, roofing company, I'm here to, it hailed the other day. The person in your guard is going, bam, 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 let me in. And you're like, oh, okay, imagine if they got in without you permitting them in. You'd have a real big problem. You know what would happen? You're sitting on the couch, they go bang, bang, they don't even bang, they just bust through that door. You're like, oh, and then you're getting kicked in the head and then dragged out, and the next thing you know, it's goodbye, okay? Same thing with the guard. He wants to open it because why? He wants to pass. So here we go. I'm here. He needs his posture up, and Ryan does this really well. Here's bang, 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 oh, bang, bang, he passed, and bang, bang, I'm dying. Look, his left head's going into my collar. He's mounting right here. He's mounting. He's taking over a bow and arrow right there. Oh, Jesus, bow and arrow to the left leg over the shoulder here. See how quickly things just came to a devastating end for me. Now, okay, I know he wants to open my guard, okay? He starts trying to open it from here. Break his posture, do this. Oh, look. Similar thing, except I got his arms on the same side of his body. When this happens, you need to move your hips out, okay? Because if you look, it's the same position. Take this arm, loop it for an underhook on the crossbar. Okay. What happens, rotate your feet to the left. Okay. Just look so we can change the angle of the camera. Stand, not backwards, so stick. We got here, and we got here, okay? I have this grip right here, okay? What happens oftentimes is that in order for him to square up, okay, they're gonna pull that right arm out, okay? And he's gonna start posturing. He's not gonna pull it across, that's great for me. He's gonna grab my collar and start posturing up, okay? Yes, here, this back control is very strong because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let go here and I'm gonna grab right here. And I'm gonna keep moving my hips across as I move his arm across, right here, and I keep dragging him forward. Because he's gonna have to make a decision. Give this arm up, stay balanced, or possibly put it back for an underhook. Either way, I have a counter for his decision making that I'm forcing him to choose, okay? This is ideally what I want here, because from here, okay, and I keep driving him forward, okay? I have a good control of his arm. He's kind of stuck here, okay? I can go to his back. I can sweep him back this way. I can start torquing his arm out this way right here, okay? If he pushes back into me, I'm able to sweep him backwards, okay? You never want to have both arms on the same side of the other person's body. It's really, really bad because you have no balance. For you, you want to try to get their arms on the same side of your body because it's bad for their balance. A couple ways to do that. I can hip up, pop this off, and immediately go this way and just sit up. So there's one. And I grab that belt, or if his belt's not available, grab his pants, okay? Or cup his tricep lat. As this, I keep pushing, okay? So that he's tilting. Because he's gonna have to fight to bring this back. To balance. This here, I can begin to even take his back right here. Okay, from here I can even take this on, push this off, let go here, and if he turns his head, I don't care, I can just crank right here. I don't have to necessarily get up underneath the elbow right here. And I don't need to go through all of this rear naked stuff here. I can just be under his chin, I can finish here. If he turns his head, either way, yeah, I can crank his head. But if you notice, I have the back, whether you have this, or this, or this, whatever. Just don't do this. Okay, that's just horrible. Yeah, tap. Yeah. That was like an inside heel hook right there. Not only was that, okay? And that's very, very embarrassing. It's almost as embarrassing if you grab my arm and tap right there. That's also very embarrassing. You don't want that. Because this also happens here. Look, he grabs the wrist here, and he pulls it into his kind of neck here, and then he kind of arches, and then he taps me with my own arm. You just quit jiu-jitsu right there. I'm just because this should be here, and I want to line it up, okay? Right here, and I want to finish, okay? But the point you guys are going to just do now and practice a little bit, you just want to guide the hand that is probably going to be posting as a 2-on-1 to the right side of your body. And how you're going to do that is like this, okay? I know, because in his situation, I would probably want to post, this post is going to help him posture. So typically, they're going to create a post with one hand, which is going to be the lead hand if they're passing to their left, which is most commonly where everybody passes. This hand is going to be the post. This hand is going to be the one that's going to push down your knee or control your hip. You're going to get a 2-on-1 right here, okay? I'm pulling him, his hand into me, and I'm feeling here. The second he begins to use it as a post, go ahead, right about there. I lift my hip and I drop my hip and I go pop, right here. As his posture drops and I pull him forward and circular as I go here. If he turns his back to me, fantastic. Typically they're gonna stay on the knees, and yes. As I wanna come up, right here. And I wanna keep control of that arm and eventually just keep pushing it. Because it's gonna tilt him, it's gonna force him to fight. So he either gives up his back, or if he keeps driving that right elbow back into me and trying to posture, I keep coming up with him so I can begin to control that shoulder with an arm, so I can eventually let go, and I can potentially come up on him, also keeping my chest on him without letting go of this arm. Very important, because if I let go, he'll go to his back, and now he's got hands to use, even though that I'm in a good position. But if I let his right arm come back, I wouldn't have been able to sweep. Okay, so you're gonna go for a 2-on-1. Right there, see, look, my hips up, because here's what happens, look. For him to have a posture, I kind of need to be flat. This is where he begins to kind of push it on my sternum, and in the sternum there's this little kind of crevasse there that doesn't really feel good when people push on it, and he's going to be pushing on it because he's going to want a posture. If I pull him right here, he's going to posture with that right hand, like he's trying to punch his hand through my chest. Yes, see how he sits back, and all the pressure goes right here. I'm going to lift my hips up. So now as he tries to posture, look what happens. Push with it. See, it kind of slides and it makes it easy to pull it right here. He doesn't really have any pushing power with this hand because number one, his knee's blocking me because he's pushing my leg into his knee. So he'll have to put that knee down and I lift it up. So I own this arm. See how it's a 2-on-1 like a sandwich? Pull him in with my knees and I push this down. He's gonna keep this elbow trying to frame it into my back. Yes, as I turn this way and I sit up on him. You can grab the collar right here. As long as I keep tilting him forward, he's gonna fight to stay up. Okay? And I keep pushing him down, okay? Down, and then I keep turning him, you can hear. Okay? But the point is, in order to be able to just simply get the 2-on-1 and bring both arms on the same side of the body, sit up and chop it. Because look, go back down. Put my chest. Why can I let go here? Because my chest now does the work. Okay? So as I'm pulling him into my chest right here, try to bring your right arm back. Okay? He can't bring it back. If I'm like this, he'll bring it back, and I'm back in the guard. Or even worse, he'll start passing. But even here, I can bring it back. So that's why they'll probably bring it back and we square up to you. Pull all the way back. Yes. And then you go right back to guard if that ever happens. And now, look, posture broken. We're in the same position here. And now, he wants to reposture up. He's gonna post that left hand, and that right hand's probably gonna come to a collar. As I let him, yes, right here, look. Right here, and I grab that 2-on-1 right there. Look, I pull, and now I sit up, and I keep rocking. Push this out, I can turn him here, finish. But the point is, I'm constantly working to put both sides, both arms on my right side, on the same side of my body. This is very bad for the person that's trying to pass. Just do that, you're gonna get a 2-on-1, okay? And the way you're gonna get a 2-on-1 is like this, okay? So you pull it and the hand's floating, it'll lift it up in the air, circle, and bring it down to your right knee, okay? Let's try it, 1, 2, 3. 2-on-1.